is NBC Palm Springs.
Hello and thank you for joining us on this Sunday evening. I'm Vince Marino. You're watching NBC Palm Springs, and we begin with breaking news. In just the past half hour, Sears, the 125-year-old retailer, filed for bankruptcy. Switching gears now, tension today at the U.S.-Mexico border. A Saturday morning worship service turns deadly. At least 11 people are dead and several others injured in a shooting at a synagogue in Pittsburgh. And the brush fire serving as a reminder to all Californians that Santa Ana winds are ever present. It will be the first time a member country has left the 28-nation bloc. Fights broke out in downtown Portland during a protest. Hundreds of migrants from Central America rushed the border after Mexican authorities blocked them from getting in. Here at home, we spoke to Palm Springs Rabbi David Lazar and got his thoughts on the shooting. Take a listen to this. Thousands of Central American migrants fleeing poverty and violence. The medical community is noticing an increase in a polio-like virus affecting mainly children. And there's a good reason why this year may become a record year for holiday travel. Our top story tonight, crews continue to scour Northern California in search of the hundreds of people missing after the campfire. We have some breaking news to tell you about. This just into the newsroom. The remains of 6 more people were found in the Northern California town of Paradise after the campfire swept through the area, bringing the total number of deaths related to the blaze to 29, now matching the deadliest fire in California state history. Taking a live look outside now from the Palm Springs aerial tramway this Friday night, you can see the lights of the Coachella Valley more than 8,000 feet below. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett is tracking change in the forecast. We'll have that on the other side of the break. Don't go away. What about you, Luce? You get your tree yet?
I'm going to get it tomorrow night.
Really?
As soon as I get off of work, I'm going to get my Christmas tree.
I'm going to wait a little while longer because I want my Christmas tree to be nice and fresh on Christmas morning. Well, I want to smell that Christmas tree.
Tell them about your sap trick.
Sap bubbles. The trunk of the tree. Feel for sap bubbles, pop them, makes your whole house smell like Christmas morning.
There you go.
That does it for us. Good night, everyone. Well, a car owner in Germany is suing a man claiming a donkey caused $6,000 in damage to his car. Apparently, the donkey named Vitus bit the McLaren sports car that was parked near his enclosure. The car owner then asked the man who owned the donkey to pony up the $6 grand to touch up the paint. Instead, the donkey owner refused, saying the driver should have picked a better parking spot. My question is, who's going to pay for that donkey's dental work?
That's the question, right?
Yeah.
He was obviously just curious.
Yeah, what about a trade? Donkey for your McLaren sports car, perhaps?
You've got it all figured out, Vince. All right, coming up.
We are now joined live in studio by Robert and Hillary, co-directors and producers of the film. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Really quickly, we're almost out of time. You have one thing you could say to your uncle. What would it be?
Wow. We got you. I have no idea. You have anything? What would I say? That's a great question. Nobody. We've been doing this for so long. Nobody has asked that question.
I would say,
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but it is snowing out here. We were on our way up, and the rain just gradually turned into snow. According to the website, they've had about an inch of rainfall, which staff tells me translates to about 10 inches of snow. And take a look at this, Eddie. I just want to give him a shot. It's no joke. It's no joke, guys. It is really snowing up here, and it's cold. 26 degrees. It's windy. The Woolsey fire alone has already scorched more than 80,000 acres. In our health news segment tonight, the FDA has just approved a powerful new opioid called Disuvia that's 10 times more potent than the painkiller fentanyl. A man and woman suspected of robbing Taqueria San Miguel in Thousand Palms were arrested in Indio after they led deputies on a high-speed chase. The driver, Guillermina de Lara of Indio, was arrested for robbery and felony evading. The passenger, Javier Taylor, a transient, was arrested for robbery. President Trump plans to visit Florida and Georgia tomorrow to see the damage caused by Hurricane Michael. But some commuters are taking drastic steps to ease the frustration they're feeling twice a day. Details from NBC's Chris Clackham. Our top story tonight, strong Santa Ana winds return to Southern California today where wildfires are chewing up the landscape. Hello and thank you for joining us on this late Sunday evening. I'm Vince Marino and you're watching NBC Palm Springs. Topping our broadcast tonight, a fatal crash after a wrong-way driver gets onto the westbound side of the I-10 near Cabazon today. New at 11 tonight, Maricopa County Sheriff's officials are investigating a murder-suicide after an 11-year-old boy allegedly shoots his own grandmother before turning the gun on himself. Our top story at 11, new information about a former Riverside County Sheriff's investigator who took his own life after allegations of child molestation came to light. New promises tonight from House Democrats when they take over the House in January on Britain's departure next year, the so-called Brexit deal. Walking outside tonight certainly seems like fall weather. Let's check in with Luzdelia Caballero. She's got your AccuWeather forecast. Luzdelia. The gunman is in custody, and as Andy Rose reports, investigators have now turned their attention to his postings on social media. Today, the United Cerebral Palsy of the Inland Empire hosted a party for children with special needs and for their loved ones. The storm delivered a direct hit to Florida's panhandle and nearly leveled entire communities. NBC's Dan Sheneman has the latest on the storm's aftermath. Around the world tonight, French police used tear gas to disperse protesters in Paris today in the latest in a series of anti-government demonstrations. Well, those of you having to make decisions about health insurance know full well that open enrollment period has arrived, and signing up might be a little trickier this year. With less than 2 days to go before the midterm elections, the candidates are out in full force, and they've got some help. President Trump and former President Barack Obama are also on the campaign trail. Well, those of you who put off buying groceries for Thanksgiving meal until now are in for a pleasant surprise. Coming up on NBC Palm Springs, the very latest on the Camp and Woolsey fire burning across the state. Now that firefighters almost have the flames under control, is there something else Californians should be ready for? A little-known 3-digit number you can call in case of an emergency. Our Luzdelia Caballero gives us the 411 on what happens when you dial 211. I'm looking forward to Thursday. I'm off, so I'm going to stay inside, blanket,
hot
TV,
chocolate.
hot chocolate, nothing else.
Yeah.
Luzdelia, thank you. When we come back, the economy is booming, so why are a lot of American companies going without a holiday office party? Pretty cool stuff. And I know you like to go skiing and snowing a lot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Switch it up a little bit, go to China, check out the art city.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, Mike, thanks so much. That does it for us. Remember to join us at 11 right here on NBC Palm Springs. We'll see you then.